huge immortal peach suddenly fell from the sky. People were extremely shocked at the sight. Suddenly, an even larger immortal peach fell down. The steward quickly presented the immortal peach to the general. At this moment, an elderly man standing beside explained, "This is an immortal peach that the gods have grown for 500 years. Whoever eats it can prolong their lifespan." Upon hearing this, the general was overcome with greed. He ordered the elderly man to pick immortal peaches that had been grown for a longer time. He believed that eating such peaches would make him immortal. The elderly man wanted to refuse at first, but the soldiers threatened him with guns. So the elderly man took out a paper figure. He chanted an incantation whose meaning I had no idea about. Then he threw the paper figure towards the giant tree. Unexpectedly, the paper figure began to climb up the tree. Everyone was greatly astonished at this sight. But what they didn't know was that all of this was just a magic trick by the elderly man. Because the general was holding a birthday party, many nobles came to present precious treasures to congratulate him. However, two beggars suddenly broke in. They claimed that they could let the general eat the peaches of the gods. The steward thought they were liars. Just as he told the soldiers to get ready to drive the two away, the elderly man only waved his hand, and the steward's mouth suddenly disappeared. Seeing this, the general asked the elderly man to prove himself. So the elderly man threw a seed on the ground. Then he poured water on it. After the elderly man finished chanting the incantation, the seed suddenly started to grow rapidly. Subsequently, he told his son to climb up the giant tree. Everyone present was extremely shocked. In the next second, the top of the tree began to shake violently. The general thought that the other party had really picked the immortal peaches that had been grown for a longer time. Unexpectedly, what fell down was the severed limb of the elderly man's son. Everyone was so scared that they fled in all directions. Just as the elderly man was crying over the severed limb, the god suddenly descended from the sky. Seeing this, everyone knelt down and worshipped. The god said that the elderly man's son had been executed for stealing and picking the immortal peaches. He had originally intended to punish the general as well, but the general didn't believe that there were gods in the world at all. So he prepared to shoot the god with a gun. But the god only waved his hand, and the muzzle of the gun actually bent and turned towards the general. Only then did the general believe that there really was a god. He quickly knelt down and begged the god for forgiveness, and was willing to present all his precious treasures to the god. The god took the opportunity to agree to his request. After that, everyone began to pack the precious treasures and present them to the god. Just as all the precious treasures were about to be packed up, a child suddenly aimed a slingshot at the god.